Hello there Carpologists, I'm Joe and today I've been taking a look at these, the K3 alarms from Prologic. Now normally I'd give all the specifications of a product and then give you the price at the end, but I'm not going to do that this time because this is what you call value for money. For £200 or around that area, I found them online. You can get the 3+1 set, which is what I've got in my hands here. So I've got the bite alarm receiver and the 3 alarm heads. So all of that for under 200 quid is an absolute bargain. Now first off, you've got the hard case, which everything comes neatly packed in with a foam inserts in here, so you can secure your alarm heads, your receiver, the cradle, the antenna for the receiver as well. All fits in there nice and snug, keeps them protected between sessions. Or if you want to keep your alarms on your sticks like I have right now, just use the covers and pop them on at the end just to keep them protected. Also in here is this little pouch that you can put your receiver in. It's got a little belt clip on the back so you can clip it onto your belt or your joggers when you're walking around. You've always got it with you. And it's also got a little strap as well. You can hang it off your bivvy or whatever, and the manual. And also one other little thing which goes onto the alarm heads are these little rubber bands. They look like rubber bands. Now on the alarms at the moment, I've already changed them over to their matching colours because I've got a green head, a yellow head and a red head, and they come with these different elastic bands which you can change them so that they all match up colour-wise. But if you don't want to do that, you can always keep the black elastic bands on there as well. But if you're one of those that likes to keep everything tarty, everything colour coordinated, you can customise it and do that. Now moving on to the alarm heads, the first thing I picked up on is just how lightweight and compact they are. Now Prologic have managed to do this by using a certain smaller speaker. This speaker emits just the one tone, so you don't have tone adjustability on that, but that smaller speaker allows you to have a much smaller and compact unit like this. On the right hand side of the alarm is the on-off button. Press and hold to turn it on and vice versa, but also once it's on, a short press will scroll it through its different sensitivity settings. It ranges from 1 to 5, 1 being the most sensitive and 5 being the least sensitive. On the left hand side of the alarm is the volume button. This ranges from 1 to 4, 1 being mute, 2, 3, 4 being different volume levels. But also it's got a mute function. If you press and hold it like so, you get a single beep, and this is now in complete mute mode. This gives you 30 seconds to adjust your hanger, set your clutch, make sure that everything's perfect down here before it turns itself back on and gives you indication once more. The LEDs on the front let you know whether you're having a take or a drop back as well. A take will have both lights flashing, a drop back just the right hand side will flash. Now these alarms have been thoroughly tested to be as waterproof as possible, and I've got to say, when I was putting the batteries in these earlier, they seem like a very sealed, watertight unit. The battery is held in place by a rubber seal, which is securely held in place by this 3K carbon cylinder, which slides over the whole body of the alarm, not only giving it a lovely look, but also seals the top and bottom with the colour bands, or which can stay as the black bands I mentioned earlier, and all of that is secured in place with a high-grade aluminium base. And lastly, just above the LEDs are 2 isotope slots. And moving on to the receiver, very much follows the same style and design as the alarms. Nice cylindrical shape, small, compact, very lightweight, and you've got that same 3K carbon outer shell, giving it a really nice, sleek look. 3 buttons on the front. You've got your power, your volume, and your mode. Now the power button does 2 different functions. Obviously it turns it on and off by pressing and holding, like so, but it also controls the bivvy light, which is on the bottom. Press it once, it's now on manually, so it's constantly on. Press it a second time, it will now only flash when a certain number of beeps in a short space of time go off on the alarm. So if we pull the alarm now, it's now come on. So it won't come on with the odd little beep like that, it'll only be when you get a few consecutive beeps in a short amount of time. And the third button, press it again, it will never come on. So it's not on manually and it's not going to come on when your alarm flashes. The middle button controls the volume and tone. Short presses will change the volume and longer presses will change the tone. You've got 5 different volume settings, starting from mute up to the 5th, which is the highest. Right now it's on mute, so this number 2, 3, 4, 5, and now back to mute. And you've also got your tone setting, so just turn the volume back up. If you press and hold it, you've got 4 different tones to scroll through. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's both controlled by the middle button. And the last button is the mode button. You press and hold this to open up the channels. You can then sync it up to your alarms. I've already done that. And the second function, if you just lightly press it, it will tell you which alarm last beep, so it's like a memory mode. And it also comes with a fully removable antenna. This just improves its signal, but it can go anywhere up to 150 meters in range. It's also got a bit of a sort of hinging in it, so you can point it directly at where your alarms are coming from, just to improve that signal. And the receiver can be synced up to 6 different alarms, each with their individual LEDs. And lastly, you've got this little cradle for your receiver. You can either pop it in there like so, sit it on your bivvy table so it's sat upright, or if you want to use it as your bivvy light function, you can clip it in sideways, and it's got a magnetic base. Stick that on the outside of your bivvy, stick that on the top, and there you are, hanging above your bed chair. So there you go, the Prologic K3 alarms, and I've been showing you today the 3+1 set, which are found online from £199.99. So a set of 3 and a receiver for under 200 quid is an absolute bargain. For more information on all of these kits, then please do visit the Prologic website. But cheers for watching, and I'll see you again soon.